Hey lovely viewers. Welcome to my 2S Gossip channel. I will explain everything. Watch this video until end. Sister Wives star Meri Brown is absolutely finished putting up with her ex-husband's horrible behavior. Christine Brown recently announced she has a memoir coming out soon. Now, it seems like Meri will follow suit. While detailing a heartbreaking situation on an outing with Kody, Meri confessed she might include it in her upcoming book. See what she had to say and how. Viewers reacted. Meri Brown shares a horrible moment while shopping with Kody. During a recent Friday with Friends session on Instagram, Meri Brown admitted that Kody once treated her so cruelly during a shopping trip. The time Kody bought Robyn the painting Meri really wanted and told her she can look at it in Robyn's house. In the original Instagram live, Meri Brown admitted she wasn't even sure if she wanted to share the story publicly. "Should I say this or should I wait and put this in my book?" Meri asked Jen, who cheered her to spill the beans. Meri hesitated, but Jen eventually convinced her to open up. See the original post and full Instagram live here. An aggravated Sister Wives viewer recently posted on Reddit. They attached a snippet from Meri Brown's recent Instagram lives and summarized the story she told. The op went on to say that Kody never offered to buy Meri her own painting. He merely took her along to make a payment on a gift he purchased for Robyn. He was making a payment on a piece of art and I really liked the artist. And he was making a payment on it, not for me, Meri shared in the live, recalling how she told Kody how much she adored the painting. And he was like, "Oh, I just bought this for Robyn. You can go to her house and look at it." Jen suggested Meri should push her husband off a cliff for it. Sister Wives fans agreed this was abhorrent behavior from Kody. They've seen him do cruel things on screen, but hearing it come from Meri's mouth broke fans' hearts. Redditors wrote, "But would she even be let in through the door at Robyn's house? Serious question. How many months of asking would be required? It's so sad Meri was Kody's punching ball for as long as she was. Like when he bought Christine all these Christmas presents but none for Meri. Or when Meri had to chip in to pay for all the kids and then pay for her own kid too. I hope she meets a good guy who loves her for her, unconditionally." The worst part about this is that you just know that Meri was ecstatic that Kay chose to spend time with her at all, and then this is what he did with her. I wouldn't be surprised if he brought Meri because he needed her to sign the check. Imagine being this hurtful. Wow. Like he couldn't have gotten her another painting. File this one under. Another reason why Kody Brown has the hair he deserves. In a recent social media video, part of which was posted to Reddit, Sister Wives star Meri Brown recalled a particularly hurtful stunt her then-husband Kody pulled years ago, one that is arguably cruel, even for Kody. In the latest of her weekly social media videos featuring her BFF, known Kody critic Jen Sullivan, Meri shared the painful memory, which occurred years ago when the Brown family still lived in Las Vegas, and when Kody was still married to wives Robyn, Meri, Janelle and Christine. Meri explained that the incident began when she and Kody went to visit the gallery of an artist she liked, presumably to look at the artist's work. However, upon arriving at the gallery, Meri said she learned that Kody wasn't just at the gallery to admire the art with her. He was actually there to make a payment on a piece of the artist's work. "I was like, oh, I really love that one," or, "I like this one," Meri recalled. Kody was like, "Oh, this one. I just bought it for Robyn. You can go to her house and look at it." As fans of Sister Wives know, the walls of Kody and Robyn's now former mountain mansion were nearly covered with various art pieces, and the purple-drenched residence also featured an array of reportedly pricey sculptures and other collectible pieces. Unfortunately, we don't know which of these pieces Meri was referring to in her video. Naturally, Meri's BFF was mortified to hear about Kody's abominable act involving the artwork, jokingly suggesting that Meri should have responded to Kody's callous comment with violence. "Why didn't you just push him off a cliff?" Jen asked. "That's justifiable homicide, bro." While Meri insisted that Kody's low-down action was not a cause for violence, Jen argued otherwise. "It could be," she said. "Ya know what? I feel like you're being really negative right now. You can do anything you want to do." Sister Wives star Kody Brown made some lavish purchases recently. leading to allegations he overspent ahead of the recent Kody Pass drama between him and his exes. He is currently caught in a legal dispute with his ex-wives over their property, and it's become increasingly obvious that his strained relationships with his children and his constant victim mentality are likely to bring the reality show to a close. For nearly 30 years, Kody maintained control over his family, but everything began to unravel in November 2021 when Christine Brown, now married to Devid, finally left him. Janelle Brown followed suit in December 2022, and Meri Brown, Kody's first wife, confirmed their separation in January 2023. As Sister Wives Season 19 progresses, it's evident that Kody no longer holds sway over his former wives, and nothing exemplifies the collapse of his authority more than the failure of his Kody Pass project. To make matters worse, Kody has become increasingly estranged from most of his children and seems to be wallowing in self-pity. All of these issues point to a grim future for the show. In a recent Reddit post by ohboy_89, one eagle-eyed fan noticed that Kody and his only remaining wife, Robyn Brown, had a very expensive kitchen item in their home. Kody and Robyn's expensive paintings and home decor have been a hot topic among viewers for a while, but it seems like the paintings aren't the only pricey item in their house. Peek the $360 Vitamix on the counter, one user wrote on Reddit, attaching a screenshot of the appliance in the background of a scene. Many Sister Wives viewers didn't think they had any reason to spend money on such a lavish appliance, especially while they were struggling with a much smaller budget. If Kody and Robyn keep spending money in excess, they're going to end up in serious financial trouble if they haven't already. While Kody's ex-wives, Meri and Janelle, are still trying to recover the money they invested with him, Kody seems to be living it up, spending money on unnecessary accessories. Fans of Sister Wives recently noticed him wearing a blue necklace that looked like it was from a high-end brand. Another Reddit user, GIRGURL, dug into it and discovered that it was a Devid amulet featuring a blue sapphire, costing more than $1,000. Kody's pattern of prioritizing his own and Robyn's spending over Meri and Janelle's financial contributions only adds fuel to the tension between all of them. His latest necklace purchase feels like another slap in the face to his ex-wives. Meanwhile, Robyn's recent comment about her and her children being the core of the family underscores how she and Kody continue to leave the other wives on the outside, focusing solely on their own happiness at the expense of the others in his family. Kody and Robyn are making no effort to hide their wealth while they're in the middle of the Kody Pass property dispute with Meri and Janelle. Recently, a Redditor, named Shed Farm and other Sister Wives fans pointed out that the couple has put their Arizona home on the market for $1.65 million. The spacious 4,400 square foot property features 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and a 4-car garage. It's hard to say if the house is truly worth that price, but the fact that Kody has listed it for $1.65 million suggests that he's doing well financially. The sale is raising eyebrows, particularly because it highlights how little effort Sister Wives Kody has made to ensure Meri and Janelle receive their fair share of the Kody Pass land. This move has cast him in a rather unfavorable light. Since Christine Brown has left the Brown family, she's more forthcoming about what she has gone through over the years. It is no secret that she and Kody have not had a functional marriage for many years. Furthermore, she is completely upfront about choosing a personal life over a husband. She is much more unapologetic than the docile and obedient wife Sister Wives viewers met in 2010. In Part 2 of Sister Wives, One-on-One, Christine is sharing details about familial jealousy that has always been there. It was clear Christine was very subservient to Kody from the beginning. She openly admitted at the end of season 16 that she was the type of wife who always said yes. However, that quickly changed the more freedom she obtained. In fact, all of the wives started to assert their freedom upon leaving their one home lifestyle in Utah. There, Christine was the caretaker of her and Janelle's children, the homemaker. Then they all moved to Vegas where they each had their own homes. With the wives having their own space, they could set rules and boundaries. Christine got a taste of her own autonomy and even found a career. She and Janelle both got their real estate licenses and eventually, she got into the MLM business. Christine was making her own money and this carried over to Flagstaff. living there was not her dream. She longed to move back to Utah where much of her family was. When the pandemic hit, Christine set her own standards and did not care much about what Kody had to say. Because she raised Janelle's kids, the two women made sure they saw each other frequently. By the end, Christine and Kody had become so divided. He admitted he no longer wanted an intimate marriage with her and saw no problem with this. She did and told him she was basically done. Now they are divorced and will be discussing that and more on the season 16 tell-all. One of the issues is jealousy in the marriage, and it turns out, it was always there. Still holds on to hope. Robyn suffers greatly, or so it appears. Then Janelle tells the man she spiritually married decades ago to F off, as he walks out her door in a fit. By this time, it looks like Christine is ahead of the game, as her decision was made a while back. But now during season 18, you get to see the effect Kody's new lifestyle of monogamy has on his 4 wives. Plus, you get to watch each one make their decision to leave. Then there's Robyn Brown, who by now is known to most Sister Wives viewers as Kody's favorite wife. She has an excuse for Kody breaking up the family. That is, Kody is going to do what he is going to do. Then Kody decides, I should just be the devil I think I am now. Kody about to have transformation. So, it looks like the Sister Wives patriarch gives himself permission to act like the devil. That's because it sounds like he thinks his family already looks at him that way. There's one word the Sister Wives adults use to describe what's going on. That's anger, and you get the feel for just how much anger surfaces when you watch this new TLC promo clip. Sister Wives star Meri Brown looks like a different woman when the TLC series rolls out its premiere of season 18. She looks somewhat beaten down by life. But from what the preview reveals, it seems she has good reason to be. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. In this case, all you need is just one photo of this sad wife, and it tells a long, harrowing story. Sister Wives. Meri Brown calls it drama, others may call it abuse. Meri Brown appears distraught with nowhere to turn as the new season begins. Her shared husband becomes rather flippant in dismissing her as his wife. It sounds like this woman, who started this polygamous family with him, is of no use to him anymore. When TLC edits, sometimes things are taken out of context. Because of this, you're never quite sure if a response or a quip actually goes along with what the TLC trailer is showing on the screen. But there's no disguising the words Kody Brown speaks about Meri. Today some fans describe them as cruel. One of the first things you notice in the new promo video is the original Sister Wives matriarch. Clips from season 18 offer a shocking appearance of a woman who looks like a cloud of doom hovers overhead. It looks like the first wife of the Sister Wives clan refuses to give up on her marriage. So, Kody seems to force the issue. Then as Meri Brown goes through this, she calls it a lot of drama. But some fans took to social media to suggest it's bordering on abuse. Hey jealousy. When Robyn first came on the scene, Christine Brown commented that she could be great but they would just have to see. Some viewers believe Robyn was actually the downfall of the family. In part 1 of Sister Wives, One-on-One, Meri discussed the idea of jealousy. When she was first married to Kody, they were very happy. Janelle was the second wife to enter and it was an adjustment and a learning curve. Yet it was Christine who was the hardest to adapt to, and she still does not know why. This week, Christine shares there was always jealousy amongst the women. It was a real thing that they have had all of the time, and it makes sense. They went from a 3-women rotation to a 4. Then, Meri was no longer part of it, so it went back to 3. However, Kody and Christine started to struggle, and when the pandemic hit, Kody was almost exclusively with Robyn. Christine noted several times that it was hard for her to see Kody having functional marriages with the other women. On the heels of the Sister Wives Tell-All Part 2, Meri Brown decided to take to Instagram and be honest about her relationship with Kody. The TLC personality explains that she recently used the label estranged when describing her relationship with a friend. Despite being difficult to use this label, Meri Brown says she recognized how honest and real the label felt. Typically, Meri Brown refuses to talk about her family on social media. In fact, She mostly uses the huge following she's acquired from the show to aid in her hustle for cash via her various business ventures. Meri has told her fans online before that she's entitled to have a private life despite being a reality TV star. And she chooses not to discuss her family online for the most part because of it. Fans often question how much of that is actually true and how much of it is just an easy way for Meri Brown to avoid breaking any sort of contract or NDA she has signed with TLC. After all, it is easy to avoid breaching a contract if she just doesn't say anything at all. Something stirred in Meri Brown, however, early this afternoon. And she decided to get honest about her relationship with Kody. More specifically, she owned the fact that she and Kody were estranged. A few months ago, I used the word estranged regarding my relationship in a conversation with a friend. It was the first time I had vocalized it, and it felt honest. As those who watched part 1 of the Sister Wives Tell All know, Kody Brown has made it clear there is little hope for his relationship with Meri. Kody explains that because of his religious upbringing he cannot divorce or leave Meri. It is just something that isn't done. Meri, however, is free to leave him at any point in time. Kody admitted during the interview that he doesn't see him ever being intimate with Meri again because intimacy no longer feels safe with Meri. And this isn't something he can move past. Tragically, Meri Brown is clearly not ready to leave Kody despite him appearing to hope she would do so. Meri admits she still yearns for the affection and attention of her husband. Meri Brown tells fans they saw a different side of her during Sister Wives season 16, a side of her that was not interested in being silent anymore. "What you've seen is me no longer being silent," she said in a lengthy Instagram post this afternoon as she opened up about her relationship status with Kody and her feelings toward fans of the show. Meri Brown realized Sister Wives fans were caught off guard by the side of her they were seeing during season 16. As we reported earlier in the season, Meri presented as being both giddy and desperate for Kody's attention. Fans didn't really care for seeing this side of Meri. They thought she both deserved and needed something more than what Kody had to offer. The TLC personality proceeded to inform fans she was well aware of all of the names they had been calling her this season. They, however, were just seeing her in a different light because she was done being silent. She penned in her lengthy Instagram post, "I've been called by viewers desperate, pathetic, embarrassing, told I have no worth and no value, and a plethora of other things that I won't even mention here. In actuality, what you've seen is me no longer being silent. What you've seen is me using my voice to have fun and bring humor to a not-so-perfect situation." Meri Brown proceeds to school fans on the fact that she knows her worth. And she doesn't need them to explain it to her. Is she happy being estranged from Kody Brown? As we previously reported, Meri Brown also fessed up to being estranged from Kody Brown in this post. Sister Wives fans agree this is the first time she's really placed this sort of label on her relationship. Even Meri admitted it was a difficult label to place on her relationship. But doing so felt like she was finally being honest with herself. And, in some ways, that also felt freeing to her. Buckle up and sit down because Meri Brown got real about a certain TV show on her Instagram this afternoon. Refusing to identify the show by its actual name, the TLC personality got candid about the grief Sister Wives season 16 has caused her. What did Meri have to say about a certain TV show, specifically? Now, those who follow Meri Brown on social media know she rarely talks about Sister Wives. In fact, she rarely posts anything that even remotely connects to her family. Every once in a while she treats fans to a photo of herself with one of Robyn's kids. Likewise, we get the very rare tribute to her own daughter Mariah. But, for the most part, Meri Brown is a pretty closed book. So, Sister Wives fans did a bit of a double take when she took to Instagram this afternoon to not only talk about her relationship with her husband Kody, but she also addressed the certain TV show that is currently airing. For starters, Meri kicks off her doozy of a post by admitting she and Kody are estranged. She reveals she first used the label a few months ago. Fans suspect finally using the term to define her relationship was a real wake-up call for Meri. She, then, proceeds to discuss the way fans of a certain TV show perceive her. Meri Brown gets real about the fact that Sister Wives fans feel a certain kind of way about her. She explained, "I try not to put labels on things, but over the past few months as that certain TV show has been airing, I've been labeled. I've been called by viewers desperate, pathetic, embarrassing, told I have no worth and no value, and a plethora of other things that I won't even mention here. In actuality, what you've seen is me no longer being silent. What you've seen is me using my voice to have fun and bring humor to a not-so-perfect situation." As we previously reported, Meri Brown was quick to clue fans into the fact that they were actually just seeing a new side of her. A side that wasn't interested in just keeping her mouth shut and taking what she was given anymore. This side of Meri Brown was committed to voicing her thoughts and feelings regardless of how they made others feel. Now, Sister Wives fans refuse to let go of the desire for Meri Brown to leave Kody completely. They think she deserves something more. Likewise, Kody has basically admitted he's emotionally checked out of the relationship and has no plans to ever check back in. Fans, however, were happy to get this raw and real post from Meri Brown. They hoped this was the first step toward her eventually walking away from Kody and finding happiness and love somewhere else. Meri Brown made a very bold and long statement on Instagram today. A statement that has Sister Wives fans wondering if she's finally free from Kody. What did Meri Brown say exactly in her bold statement? Why do fans think she might finally be free from her husband? As we previously reported, what really threw people for a loop with this bold statement was Meri Brown finally putting a label on her relationship with Kody. The TLC personality owned the fact that she and Kody were estranged. She explained to fans she finally used this label to describe her relationship with a friend a few months ago. She proceeded to add using this label to explain. Her relationship felt like she was being real and honest. Likewise, we've also reported that Meri Brown has made it clear she's done being the silent wife that sits in the background and accepts her fate. The TLC personality clued her fans into the fact that they are used to seeing her just accept whatever is going on. So, they had a hard time seeing her this season because she portrayed herself very differently. She refused to be silent. Meri Brown admitted it felt honest to label her relationship with Kody as estranged wasn't the only telling bit of information she shared in her Instagram post. She also talked about how free she felt being honest with her friends and fans felt. She penned at the very beginning of her long Instagram post, "A few months ago, I used the word estranged regarding my relationship in a conversation with a friend. It was the first time I had vocalized it, and it felt honest. It was hard to use, and yet somewhat freeing. I know where my relationship is, I'm not oblivious to that. I will always look for the best in people and situations, and hope they see it too. I want to protect people, their emotions, the tough situations." The TLC personality fesses up to her followers that it wasn't easy to label her relationship with Kody. That, however, didn't mean she was oblivious to what they had, or more specifically, what they lacked. Breaking her silence, speaking her piece, and putting that label out there, however, left her feeling free. Meri Brown schooled Sister Wives fans today with a series of bold statements. She clued her fans into the fact that she was well aware of what they thought of her and how she was labeled. The TLC personality, however, proceeded to point out that it didn't matter what fans of a certain TV show thought about her situation. Why? Well, because they weren't the ones living it. She was. And she is very happy with her current situation. "I'm happy with myself," she declared in her series of bold statements. The TLC personality kicks off her post by finally labeling her relationship with Kody. She proceeds to acknowledge being well aware of how fans refer to her. Then, however, she clues fans into something. Turns out, it really doesn't matter what fans think about her. It doesn't matter if fans are happy with her current situation. And, it certainly doesn't matter if fans think she should leave her husband. She pens, as she clues fans in on her truth. "The truth is, I know my value. I know my worth, who I am, what I want in life, what I aspire to be, and what I feel like I'm doing a pretty dang good job at. is being happy. I don't let things around me that aren't perfect get me down, because my inner peace and joy is more important to me than that. At the very end of her series of bold statements, Meri Brown offers her followers a bit of advice. She explains how she's able to find this happiness. She explains, I engage in positive conversations and situations. I dream with the lid off. I have plans and goals and aspirations that make me happy and fulfilled. I work toward those dreams daily. I overcome, I succeed, I win. The TLC personality admits that having a purpose in life plays a huge factor in being happy. Furthermore, not having Kody Brown offer her emotional support doesn't mean she can't get it elsewhere. I surround myself with people who match her. Exceed my energy. I have friends, coworkers, colleagues, mentors, who fill my cup, and I hope in some way I'm filling theirs. Janelle Brown played super protective mama bear all throughout season 16 of Sister Wives. She thoroughly put her kids before her husband, Kody, and didn't care about the ramifications. This caused immense strain on her marriage and several fights. One of the fights Janelle claimed was the worst they have had in over 25 years of marriage. To show gratitude for all she has done, one of Janelle's sons surprised her with the sweetest gift. Of course, she could not help but share and boast about it on Instagram. Janelle Brown, Supermom. Longtime fans of the series will note that Janelle was not initially the warm and cuddly mother she is today. She started out as the business-minded sister wife who preferred to be outside of the home. Christine stayed home and was a happy homemaker. Meri pitched in when she could, but it was Christine who seemed happiest as the main mother figure. Once they moved from Utah to Vegas, each wife had their own home, so they were in control of individual families. Jobs also shifted, meaning Janelle ventured out into the world of real estate. Eventually, she got into the fitness world and some MLM businesses. It was the birth of her first grandchild, Axel, that really softened Janelle up. She suddenly had this renewed excitement for being a caretaker, and it showed. Flagstaff was a big switch since the wives no longer lived right next to one another. They had to make an actual effort to be with one another. Their main source of company was their children. For Janelle, this was Savanah and her sons, Gabriel and Garrison. When Kody enforced his extreme pandemic protocols, Janelle was not about to let her sons sacrifice their lives. She continued to stand up to her husband and let him know there was no choice. She was always choosing her kids. Now they are showing her how much they appreciate her sacrifice. Celebrating Mom. As Kody shared his tumultuous status with Gabe and Garrison on part 2 of the tell-all, they seem to be just great with Mom. As Janelle Brown posted on her Instagram, she received a sweet gift from her son, Gabe. Apparently, he had left it for her while she was out at work. It was a sweet surprise for her to come home to. He left her a handwritten note saying how much he loved her. Additionally, he had a bouquet of flowers waiting for his mother. Fans may recall Gabe was not shy when it came to standing up to his father when it came to Janelle. He also went as far as to defend Christine wanting to see the kids, since he claims she basically raised all of them. Gabe is more emotional than his father realizes. As he was discussing his feelings about not seeing his dad during the pandemic to the camera, he started to choke up. He proceeded to ask if filming was over yet. Thanks for watching this video. What do you think about this video? Told on comment box and subscribe our channel.